Oh my god, this is too bright. Much better. So guys, I look so stupid. Okay guys, you know, I'm back with another video. I want to move this back a little bit. I don't know if you can see any of the mess. It's messy. So guys, I didn't know if you know this. I go to college. What college, you might ask? It's MIT. Yeah, like, boo, I know, whatever. So, I have to flex. What can I say? I just, can't handle it. I'm a sophomore right now, and if you didn't know, school's almost over. To be fair, our school's actually not almost over because we started so fucking late. So, you know, other schools have already ended. I know Northeastern already ended. BU is ending, as I speak. We still have a good 3 weeks left, but that's besides the point. Basically, sophomore year is coming to a close. In my mind, it's already over. I can't focus on anything. Schoolwork is, not getting done. Anyway, now that I'm almost done, mentally done with my sophomore year, that means I'm basically halfway through college, and ladies and gentlemen, that is terrifying. And I thought today I would sit down and do a little classic tier list. So without further ado, this is my surviving half of college tier list, brought to you by yours truly. I got my tier list right here, made her literally 5 minutes ago. Let's just jump into it. Oh my god, before I forget, I have to introduce my tiers. In place of S tier, we got point blank period, because I actually can't stop saying that phrase. And I think if I say it enough times in this video, maybe I'll stop saying it in real life. The next one's A+, pretty self-explanatory, you know, we're doing a college school situation, A+. The third one is good for the narrative. Now, this is a phrase I learned from my friend Anna last night, and it's maybe it wasn't the best idea, but it was good for the narrative. Maybe it caused you severe mental and emotional trauma, but you know what? At least it was good for the narrative. And next we have, it sure was entertaining.
Was it seamless? Was it flawless? Nope. It wasn't any of those things. But it sure was entertaining.
And last but not least is IHTFP, which stands for I have truly found paradise. Just kidding, it stands for I hate this fucking place, and that's a slogan that we love to use all the time. I don't know why. I guess we're gonna start semi-chronologically because the first thing on here is F-pop. If you don't know what F-pop is, neither do I. What the fuck does it stand for? Also, if you're hearing thunder noises in the background, that's not thunder. That's our elevator. Anyway, what does F-pop stand for? First position, freshman pre-orientation. Preparation, whatever, it's pre-orientation. That's what we call pre-orientation. Now, I just want to say that this was discrimination. Okay, that's a pretty broad claim, I'm not going to say that, but what I will say is that there is a highly sought after pre-orientation program that generally has more boys than girls, and so my friend who was a guy, Jason, if you know him, applied late, spent 0 time on his application, got in. I applied on time, actually spent a decent amount of time on my application, didn't get in. So, you know, it was both of our first choices, but sadly I did not get my first choice. In fact, I didn't get my second choice or my third choice. You might be asking at this point, how many did you even rank? We ranked 5 and I got my 4th. When do you get your 4th option out of 5 options? That's so unheard of. And that was literally I stepped foot on campus, and that was what the situation was. I'm not gonna lie, I went into it with a pretty bad attitude, which you shouldn't do, but I think it lived up to my bad expectations. Halfway through, I was like, I'm not going anymore, but then I was like, I need an excuse for why I don't want to go anymore. So I wrote up this email that was like, I can't go to this. It's ruining my college experience. It's not doing good things for mental health. I don't feel welcome. I'm not having fun. I'm not learning anything. I'm not meeting anyone. And turns out that was really unnecessary. I could have just stopped going. They probably wouldn't have cared at all. But what did end up happening from that is that they sent someone from the guidance office to my dorm. She knocked on the door. She was like, we're just checking up on you to see if you're doing okay after that email you sent. Okay, next. Hey guys, so I just want to talk about the sponsor of this video, which is Ritual. It can be hard to get the key nutrients that you need, and especially if you're a student and you cook for yourself, but you're bad at cooking, so you can't cook anything, it's even harder. This is where Ritual comes in, and Ritual can help women fill the gaps in their diet. So what is Ritual? Ritual is a multivitamin that provides 9 high-quality nutrients, and the capsules are designed in a way that you don't have to take it after eating food. You can take it on an empty stomach. It's a monthly subscription that you can get your vitamins delivered straight to your door. And the great thing about Ritual is they have a really great policy on sustainability. Each bottle is made from 100% recycled materials. They also offset the environmental impact of shipping their bottles out by donating to sustainable initiatives. So Ritual is offering 10% off the first 3 months so that you guys can take some vitamins and get some nutrients and fill in those gaps in your diet. So you can get 10% off your first 3 months by going to ritual.com/Nina Wong and using code Nina Wong, and I'll have all this information in the description box below. Let's get back to the video. Let's move on to this one. It says other kids. Now, my high school was not small by any means, but it did get to a point by senior year where like you knew everyone. Okay, we're back. My card ran out of data. I'm sorry. Anyway, so meeting other kids was pretty honestly amazing. I always think it's easier to make friends with someone that you don't know at all versus someone that you like kind of know, and you know that like you both know each other. It's just so much easier to get a fresh start and just like meet a lot of people, make a lot of friends, be really sociable. Like no one hates you, you don't hate anyone yet. It was fun. So, you know, other kids can be scary, but I'm gonna put that in A+. Loved other kids. But you know, along with other kids comes imposter syndrome. Yeah, so basically, if you don't know what imposter syndrome is basically when imposter syndrome is loosely defined as doubting your abilities and feeling like a fraud. Disproportionately affects high-achieving people who find it difficult to accept their accomplishments. Okay, whatever. But yeah, basically feeling like you don't belong here, like these kids are so smart, like what am I doing here? So yeah, definitely meeting a lot of new people came with a heavy dose of imposter syndrome, especially because like you wouldn't even meet people, you just hear about them and they'd be like, this kid is a math Olympiad champion or something, or like this other kid started his own business and he's like making 6 figures, like, you know, all that crap that comes with being in college, and you're like, shit, do I deserve to be here or do I not deserve to be here? Spoiler alert, you probably do, but it did suck before I realized that. Before I learned to just be like, this is so stupid, like why am I comparing myself to others? It did suck. Was it even entertaining? No, I don't think so. I am gonna throw that in. I hate this fucking place. Next! So next we're going to talk about Panhell. If no one knows what Panhell is the Panhellenic Corporation, Panhellenic Company, Panhellenic Association. I think it's an association, whatever. That's just all the sororities. Basically, I'm talking about sororities, but I don't want to use the buzzword sorority, so we're using Panhell. The glasses are on because this was a traumatizing experience, I'm not gonna lie. So MIT does Fall Rush, which I honestly think is like, can A be good, but B is like bad? What you do want to know is that it was about like 4 days into orientation, so I had been at school for probably like a week or so, and it was time to rush for sororities. And if you were wondering, MIT sororities are not like your typical sorority. I probably wouldn't have even tried to join one if it was. So I did rush a sorority, or I tried to, along with a bunch of my friends. Pretty much everyone I know did rush unless they were like somehow unable to. So this was actually like important to me. And I think you can guess what happened. They talk to all sororities, there only 6 of them, so they're gonna talk to 6 of them, and at the end of the day, they crack you crack them, and then the algorithm matches people. Okay, so you might get attacked by 1 sorority, you might get attacked by 2 sororities, you might get attacked by 3 sororities, or 0. It's all about the algorithm, like, they told us, maximizing happiness across all parties. So it's not like actual people sorority, like, this girl's great, wants to her, this girl's great, wants to her, this girl's great, wants to her. They're like, these 3 were great, and these 3 we don't want. Send it off to the algorithm, the algorithm goes to the back, does it match? Maybe, does it not? Also maybe. That's all besides the point. The point is, I did the first day, I went home feeling optimistic, I came back, walked right in there. I was so ready to go talk to all these girls. I was so excited. I was honestly excited. And guess what? Guess what happened from what I just shared with you all? I bet you can guess. Basically, what happened was that any sorority that I wanted did not want me. So I just walked out of there and I never looked back. I was like, bye, I'm not even going to talk to these people. Like, I don't want to join their sorority, whatever. And all my friends got put in the sororities that I wanted, so that was like salt in the wound, you know what I mean? It's not a thing where like, oh, they're so selective that like no one gets them. So that felt really great. It's not even like a business club. Business club, they reject me. I'm like, I get it. I'm not that smart. I don't have like a great intuition for business. Sororities, on the other hand, they judge you based on your personality, and what they're telling me is that they don't like me as a person. I'm putting that in I hate this fucking place because holy shit, I was actually traumatized. I like cried probably like 10 times over this stupid thing. And the worst part is that sophomore year rolls around, Fall Rush rolls around again, and so many people were like, oh my god, you should rush, you should join our sorority, we'd love to have you, you're a shoo-in. We totally accept you. And I'm like, where was this support when I needed it? This could be its whole video. I'm gonna stop. Okay, next. Dorms. So my dorm was amazing, iconic. It was a little bit ugly, but what I didn't get in like sorority circles and sorority friendships was made up for sure by my dorm friends and the people I met there. So shout out to them. I'm gonna throw that one in point blank period. Not the dorm itself, just the people who live there. Maybe that's a misnomer, whatever. Moving on. Some of these are boring, so I'm just gonna skip them. The next one, what everyone wants to talk about, parties. Yeah, we partied. We did. MIT likes to party. I don't know if you knew that, but we do. But basically, some history, BU used to own a bunch of brownstones along Charles on Beacon Street, and then for some reason they were like, we're broke, we need money, and then MIT were like, we'll buy these houses from you, and they did. And so now all of those brownstones on Beacon Street are MIT frats. Have you ever dreamed of partying in a brownstone? Because if you have, like, come to MIT parties, or don't, I don't care. I'm honestly putting it in point blank period because you know what? I miss parties. I want them back right now. If I don't find myself in a frat partying my ass off in 6 months from now, what's the point? This is like the least helpful video I've ever made, but next we have, oh, what is that? I've actually never seen that before. Guys, I don't recognize this one. Next, I'm going to talk about independence because college obviously comes with so much independence. And you know what? This one kind of hurt at first because my mom was still at home and she would call up like every once in a while and be like, Nina, do you want to go out to eat? Maybe I can come bring you some food. Maybe I can come bring you some of the clothes you left at home. And at that point in freshman fall, I was not doing so well. I was just not feeling really great about myself and my ability to make friends, nor about my ability to do well academically. You know, college is a big transition. If you don't feel depressed for at least a little bit of your transition to college, you're just not the norm, I guess. Like, obviously, of course, at the beginning you're excited, and eventually it'll become like really fun, probably. But there's this time in between where you like haven't really got everything figured out yet, where you're probably gonna feel pretty shitty and you're gonna miss home, you're gonna miss your old friends and everything like that. So independence was a little sad because there wasn't really anyone to depend on like there was at home with my mom. So literally every time she brought me food, every time she stopped by, like took me out to dinner, I like cried. What? Who cried? Not me. But you know, at the same time, it's like growing pains. You know, you have to go through it. I think I'm just gonna throw her in good for the narrative. Please, I'm just a child. I don't know what I meant by this, but what I will say is that all the things that you're scared of doing in high school, all the things that you're scared of doing when you're at home, suddenly like come to you very easily when you get into college. If you had told me when I was like 17, oh, you're gonna have to, you know, fill out your own tax forms and like bring them down to the tax office and like get all that shit submitted and have them scan your passport and like talk to them about it, I would have actually freaked my shit out. I don't know if it's just because I was like very socially awkward, not good at talking to people, not good at bureaucracy, all that. All of a sudden when you get into college, it's like, it just like is something that you internalize, and suddenly all these things that you have to do don't seem that bad. Like when I was in high school, I remember there was this one period of time my mom really wanted me to apply to this one internship program, and I just literally refused, kept telling her that I was doing it when I wasn't doing it, and it was like actually the hardest thing on earth for me to do. When she finally like made me sit down and do it, I think I cried like twice. For some reason I'm crying like all the time in this video. I don't cry that often, I promise, but like it was just like really hard for me to like do because like she wanted me to do it and I didn't want to do it, even though it was good for me. But then when you get to college, it's like, it's good for you and you know it's good for you, so you have to do it and you will do it. And it's just like, I don't know, this switch flipped in me. I started like making my bed, which I never did at home. I started like cleaning. I was like mopping, I was like vacuuming the floor. I was like, this floor's so dirty, I gotta like vacuum it. Started applying to internships by myself, applying to programs by myself, applying to research, getting research, going to interviews, getting accepted, getting rejected, doing all the tax shit, getting all the like paperwork sorted out. I'm gonna throw that in good for the narrative. It was great for the narrative. I know how to do stuff by myself now, and yay. And next we have relationship.
You better stop!
Entertaining for sure. So I'm actually looking at all these things that are left and they sound really boring, so I'll just roll through them really quickly one by one. Majors. I don't even know yet. I'm so indecisive, but you know what I've realized is that honestly it doesn't really matter. When we were at orientation, this guy came up on stage, I don't remember who he was, and he said to us like, we love to survey MIT grads after they leave school, and you know, like 70% of them have said that they ended up in a career that is unrelated to their major. And so I was like, then what's the point? You're telling me that like what major I choose to do doesn't even matter? Like what am I doing here? Also, I'm like 80% sure on mine right now. Dining halls. They suck butt. And still, I gained like 15 pounds. How does that even happen? They weren't good. The food wasn't good. It was not good to eat. It was not pleasant eating it. And I still gained weight. I don't know. Freshman 15 is real. Freshman 15 is real. Change this one to freshman 15 right there. And you know what? I hated it. Summer jobs, literally people need to stop talking about it. Maybe it's just at my school, but there's so much pressure. Not even pressure, but like everyone does it. And it's like, you don't need to do it. You don't need a summer internship freshman summer. You don't need a summer internship sophomore summer. You don't even need an internship junior summer, although that one's the most helpful one to get. So I spent all this time worrying for what? I don't know. Okay, and after a few subpar selections, my tier list is complete. Yay! It is funny that I didn't even like put anything related to COVID here. I kind of forgot. I was like thinking about freshman year. I didn't even think about the fact that we got sent home and that this entire year has been online, which sucks. Yeah, that's it. That was fun. Probably not for you, but for me. Thank you again to Ritual for sponsoring this video. Definitely make sure to go check them out. Bye.